Hello everyone, thank you for joining on my YouTube live stream. So this is the 15th of April, and this is on Thursday. So great to see you everyone, thank you for joining. Sorry I was a bit late because I was in a call and I just ended the call and just here on the YouTube live stream. So today we'll look at some charts, we'll check some Forex pairs and see what's happening in the market. So let's see. I was checking some pairs about 4 hours ago and it was pretty much ranging. So no trades for me today, no trade. So I think it's a perfect timing to read books and also spend some time for backtesting or refine your strategy when it's ranging. And basically that's what I do. I run the Forex Tester today and actually look into my strategy. Well, actually there is a Forex Tester 5 that's just available now. So I was downloading the Forex Tester 5 and just playing around with it. I found some new features, so I'm thinking to have a quick review of Forex Tester 5 sometime in the future live or video perhaps. Okay, so let's move on. Let me squeeze my face and show the screen. Okay, so oops, where is the code? Hold on, let's see. Hold on. So let me pop up the chat so that I can see everybody's messages here. Okay, there you go. Alright, so before starting here, just a quick disclaimer. This information is basically based on my own understanding and knowledge and experience. So when you take trades, please do with your own risk management. So let's see. I've seen a lot of traders coming in today. So thank you for joining everyone and stay gold. Dcoin, good to see Asif, Blackwater, and Allensman, Anthony, James, David, and Kwan. Number 9, Antipas and TikTok Lover, thank you for joining. Great to see you once again. Alright, and Sekhar Jeroen, thank you for joining. Danny, Tommy Lee, Daluk, and Christopher, James, Monorom, thank you for joining. Tam Forex, Kareem, Trader, and also, Tommy Lee once again, thank you for joining. Melanie, Well, Angie, Katarina, and Prof, and Gerald. Thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you here. It's been such a great number of traders here on this live stream as well. So thank you once again for joining here. So looks like I have one comment here from Dcoin. He says, Kay, one of the questions, could you show us how long you keep your trade? I always do my trade based on KTS, but sometimes before I get out of the trend goes backwards and it hits my stop loss. So how long I keep the trading depends on how long the market keeps up or down on the trend direction based on the daily chart or the 4-hour chart. So whenever the market goes backwards, I exit. Before I set the break-even line, I exit once I confirm the reversal confirmations, and after I set the break-even line, then basically I keep trading the profit as long as the daily chart or 4-hour chart goes up or down. So let's see. Let me talk about that on today's live stream since it's been quite ranging. So I think it's better to talk about some strategy or a backtesting strategies. So yeah, I will talk about that. And let's see. Yeah, thank you for joining everyone. Great to see you here. Alright, Aditya, Gordon, and yeah, Robert, thank you for joining as well. So until when I hold the position, so for example, let's say, let me pick up some pairs that are trending on the 4-hour chart. So here, Euro dollar, now it's flat Kijun Sen. So I won't look for the buy chance anymore on this one. So I will just delete this flag. I was seeing uptrend, But looks like today it's going backwards, so I have to delete these arrows too. And it's retracing backwards, so it might go up afterwards like this, but it's been just retracing, so it can go downwards too, because the Kumo flat, Kijun-sen flat. So I won't look for any buying chance on this one. So let me check out the next one that is trending was Daro JPY. Okay, Daro JPY still looks to be bearish. I find the Kumo down. In forward chart, the Kumo Senko span B down, A down, and Kijun Sen down, Tenkan Sen also pointing downwards, and Chikou span below the candles. So this is bearish per Ichimoku, and this is bearish per price action too. This is reversing the waves and just broke the support line, and it can go down continuously like this way. So this one, I think it's good one to look for the sell chance sometime today or tomorrow. But before that, just make sure that there is any big news about related to USD. And so this is the 15th of Thursday. And let's see. Looks like we have already gone through these USD retail sales reports today, and there is no USD related news afterwards. So looks like the market is stably downtrending, so we can follow the downtrend. So that's one thing. And also, just in case, I also check the currency strength chart. And so let's see, today's USD is right now, hold on, right now it's sort of ranging. There is no power in terms of USD. So since this is the USD JPY, let's see, I will only pick up the USD and JPY. JPY is trending up, USD is rather ranging. So in this particular situation, USD JPY as a pair, it goes up. It goes down. It goes down because the USD is flat and JPY is up, and that will make this USD JPY to go down as a pair, as a Forex pair. It goes down. So the currency strength chart also says that this is downtrending, so I would look for the sell chance continuously. But before I do that, I will confirm it in the mid time frame. So I check the 1 hour chart, and I find 1 hour chart to be also downtrending. We have the Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, and Tenkan Sen points downwards, Chikou span below the candles, and the current price level is below Tenkan Kijun Kumo. So this is a stable bearish trend per Ichimoku. So we can expect the market go bearish on this bearish arrows like this way. However, if the market happens to go up from here, let's say take a sell, and let's say the market goes upwards afterwards, then you have to exit at some point. Right, because in this case, once again, in forward chart, this is bearish. Right, this is bearish, Kumo Kijun Sen, Tenkan Sen, Chikou span bearish, everything. So you can expect the market go bearish on the forward chart. And with that in mind, you check the 1 hour chart, and you also find that this is downtrending. So you can expect the bearish waves in 1 hour chart as well. So now it might retest the support level because there were twice the supports in this area. So 108.80 level, it might retest and it might go backwards too. But it's about the risk management. If your stop loss is above the Kijun Sen or above the wick high over here, if this is a stop loss when you place a sell, then it should be no problem. As the market goes bearish in waves like this way, you can run profit along the way. So that's other thing that's important. So I think $JPY is a good one to look for the sell chance continuously. So I will talk about this pair for today's live stream. And also I will mention about when exactly to exit. The exit timing is also important. So I use Ichimoku Kinko Hyo in multiple time frames, and I do so in daily chart, in forward chart, and 1 hour chart, and also 30-minute time frames. I use Ichimoku in multiple time frames, and once I confirm the trend direction, then I look at the 50-minute chart to look for the trading edge. So in this case, I look for the selling edge by 15 or 5-minute chart. So let's say this is in 15-minute time frame. This is bearish. Now the price is going down, broke the previous support level in 15, and this is breaking down. So right here I can sell and expect the market go bearish on the bearish waves like this way in 15-minute time frame. So that's one of the scenarios. And also if you look at the 5-minute chart, I also look for the sell chance on this one too. In 5-minute chart, it looks like the market has been resisted by this descending trend line, like this way. You can draw the descending trend line, and you can just wait for the bounce and just place a sell at the bounce. That's possible scenario too. So in any combinations, if I can find 3 confirmations, 3 or more confirmations in 5 or 50-minute time frames, then I will take a sell. Or to make the long story short, if I find the potential downtrend also in 5 or 50-minute time frames, then I will still look for the sell, and I will place a sell chance exactly on that timing. So that's my lower time frame analysis. So that's my entry. So let's say I place a sell. Let's say I place a sell at this price level, which is 108.662 level. Let's say place a sell, and in this case I will put the stop loss above the previous high, because once again this is downtrending in 4-hour chart and 1-hour chart. So I expect the market go bearish also in 5-minute chart too. So I expect the market go bearish like this wave. Otherwise I will just simply exit. So with that in mind, if I place a sell at the moment right now, after this breakout, then my stop loss is going to be above the previous high. So looks like there are a couple of previous highs. One is here. There is a previous high. So this is number 1 previous high. And number 2 previous high in 5-minute chart is up here. This is number 2 stop loss. And also wick high is going to be number 3 stop loss. So before I place a sell position, I also think about what will be the potential stop losses, so that I know how many pips to the stop loss, then I can calculate the lot sizing accordingly. So the first stop loss we have here at this 108.78 level is the let's see, this is, in pips wise, this is 12 pips. 12 pips of stop loss. And also, the second stop loss up to 108.82 is the 16 pips of stop loss. And all the way up here, in this case, this is 22 pips of stop loss. So among these stop losses, which one I would take is, or you can think about it in your head a little bit while I'm drinking a cup of water. So which stop loss would you take? The first one or second one or the third one, you can just mention that on the chat so that it can be like a discussion session today. So once again, this is in 5-minute chart. In 5-minute chart, which price level would you put a stop loss? The market is going down on the reversing waves like this way. So I would say that these are the decent stop loss levels. In the meantime, let me cover some of the comments here. Hello Wong, thank you for joining. Great to see you again. Thank you for joining here. Okay, Renilo says, hi Kay, does overbought and oversold matter to Ichimoku? Not really, not really. I don't really pay attention to overbought and oversold signals. Yeah, as per Ichimoku, there are a couple of like indications where you can read the overbought and oversold, but especially in Forex pairs, I don't really care. If I deal with the stock market or indexes, maybe I would, but in Forex market, I won't really focus on the volume and also overbought, oversold signals, because the market just goes up or goes down as long as it goes. And that's based on my experience. But stock market is more smaller market as compared to Forex, and also the volume is important in the stock market. So for the market where the volume is so important, then you have to care about the overbought and oversold consequences. But I don't think Forex is really important in that sense on these fields. Hello Robert, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Thank you for joining. Okay, so I will start to see some answers here. Okay, third one, number three, to avoid market volatility, alright? Above the third one, okay? Second, depends on money management strategy. Okay, number 3, second, number 3, agree, number 2, okay. Okay, so we have in between number 2 or 3. So no number 1, okay, no number 1. Okay, you think number 1 is a bit too tight for the stop loss? Yeah. As Trader says, it depends on money management strategy. But yeah, depending on the money management and also how many risks per trade you will take is also important. Yeah, let's see. I start to see more comments here. Okay, Jamie says number 3, number 1, 2 a bit too tight. Okay, for the stop loss, okay? So number 1, once again, is 12 pips of stop loss. And so let me just write it. 12 pips of stop loss. Number 2 has a 16 pips of stop loss. Number 3 has 22 pips of stop loss. So which one would you take for the stop loss is my question. And I will come back to your answer, Dcoin. So yeah, let me just move step by step here so far. Let's see. Melanie says second stop loss above the recent high and stop loss not too wide here, but depends on the volume. All right. Yeah, depends on the volume and volatility for sure. Yeah, Renilo, you're welcome. You're welcome. Let's see. James says as long as risk no more than 2%, yeah, that's fine. Hello Fights, thank you for joining. Good to see you. Tommy Lee says yes, 1 too tight. Okay, 1 is too tight. I agree. I agree. So 1 is too tight. Yeah, stop loss 1 is too tight. So I won't take number 1. I won't take number 1. Yeah, so I will take either number 2 or 3. Okay. 12 pips equals to 12% of risk. No, it doesn't mean that. It doesn't mean that. It depends on how many lot sizing you go for. Then it says how to get profit target in strategy. A target should be based on the previous low or high in higher time frame. Okay, number 2. All right. Yeah, Dcoin, you're welcome. I will cover the question soon. Yeah, stop loss number 3, 22 pips okay for me. Yeah, 22 pips is decent still. It's relatively still tighter. Yeah, 22 is not too wide. It's not too wide. Saidi says, I will sell when price hits 108.8, okay? Eric says, just entered $JPY. Oh, you did. you get 3 confirmations. That's good. Yeah. So make sure you put either 2 or number 3 for the stop losses. Yeah. That's important. That's important. Yeah. So for me, right? For me, in this case, I take number 2. I take number 2. Well, I could take number 3 because 16 pips and 22 pips, it doesn't make huge difference. But let's say the wick on this one is a very long, like this way, very long. And let's say the previous stop loss is calculated to be like all the way, like more than 35 pips or so. Like all the way like this way, more than 30 pips or so. If the wick always all the time like a long like this way, then I will take number 2 for sure, because number 3 might become too wide. But in this condition, I think I will still take number 2, and let me tell the reason why. Yeah, George, yeah, lot sizing is also important to calculate the stop loss. Yeah, that's true. Hello, George, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Eric says I have 16 pips stop loss, number 2. Yeah, number 2 is a good one. I would also take number 2 in this condition. And the reason why I take number 2 is because if you look at the waves here, if you look at the wave after number 2, it became reversing the wave. So I see markets in the wave formations. Wave is everything in the market. So yes, from here, so let me delete these drawings. Let me delete this descending trend line too. So from here, if you regard this as top, the previous high in 5-minute chart, afterwards the market went bearish. And this is first in wave, first reversing wave, and also there is second reversing wave, and then there is third reversing wave. So reversing wave is, reversing wave formation is the confirmation for the trend direction. If there is no reversing waves, then the market is not trending in the 5-minute chart. I hope that's clear. So let's say the market goes bearish, and let's say the market will be supported here and goes backwards. In this case, you see double bottom and the market goes backwards, and you see there is no reversing waves anymore. When the market is in this kind of situation, then I will take the high here for the stop loss. Because after this after this this top here, the market went bearish in wave once only. So there's one bearish in wave only, but second one didn't happen. It became double bottom and the market went backwards. So if I can sell over here, if I wanna sell in this condition, then my stop loss is above the previous week high over here. But now if you see what's happening in the market right now, the market is still on the consecutive N waves from the top of the week. It's been consecutive N waves, and after this second high, well, this is third high, sorry. After the third previous high, the market has been going down on the consecutive N waves. So in this condition, I will take this one for the stop loss, because exactly from this top, I can see the bearishness in the market, meaning the market has been going down on the bearish N waves. I hope that makes sense. And this is about the waves. This is about the wave. But I won't take this one for the stop loss because once again, this is too tight. This is only 12 pips of stop loss and this is too tight. So reasonably speaking, I will take this one, the second one, for the stop loss. There is no meaning to place the stop loss above the week high in this condition because the market has been consecutively bearish in waves after this second stop loss. So that we can expect the market goes bearish continuously on the consecutive bearish in waves. And of course, we confirmed already that the downtrending in forward chart and downtrending on the 1 hour chart too. So the market most likely will go down bearish in waves in 5-minute chart. So I hope this part is clear so far. So this is how I look for the entry chance. I mean, this is how I look for the good market to enter the market. If there is no such a market, then I wouldn't enter. Oh, you don't thank you for sharing the baby pips. Yeah, you can calculate the lot sizing for the babypips.com, or you can use the fxstreet.com too, or the myfxbook.com also offers a good calculation website for lot sizing. So that's one, right? That's one. So once again, in this condition, in 5-minute chart, it's been consecutive N waves formation. So this is bearish. This is consecutively bearish for me. So I expect the market go bearish continuously. Okay. Let's see. David says, hello, K. I would make sense for stop loss because one would make sense for stop loss if it volatile. If it violate area number 1, then what will consider the reversal. So for me, area number 1 stop loss will make sense if I see live momentum kicks in. Yeah. So number 1. You can also place it for the stop loss, which is 12 pips. Yeah, so you can take either number 1 or 2, but usually I take number 2 because my rule is for the stop loss is I place a stop loss more than 15 pips. More than 15 pips stop loss, in between 15 to 35 or 40 pips of stop loss is my rule. Because if it's too tight, then it can reach backwards to the stop loss very soon, very frequently, and I get stop loss trades. I get losses on consecutive trades. Yeah, but it also makes sense that you place a stop loss over here because this is also the swing high in 5. So these are the swing highs. So these should be the places where you consider the stop losses. I mean, you have this swing high also, but this one is too shallow and this is too tight from the current price level. So this is about the stop loss. And now let me talk about the exit timing. Hello Deepak, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Okay, so it says a Fibonacci level 0.618 retracement is 108.8 level. Alright, so if that's the case, then it can bounce. Yeah, it can bounce from there. Number 9 says number 2 will be earliest to exit, a bounce from here to number 1, then a small pullback and further break above number 2 will be an N wave. Yes, that will become a bullish N wave, and that will be the sign of the market reversal. And then you have to exit. Or we never know. Afterwards, you might have the bullish N wave from here too. There might be a bullish N wave and you might reach to the target 1. Then you have to exit here. This is the exit timing if you see the bullish N wave afterwards. And that is my exit timing before having the break-even line. So once again, if I see downtrending in forward chart and downtrending in 1 hour chart, I only expect the market go bearish consecutive N waves. This is my scenario. But if it's broken, then I will simply exit. I will exit in a very tight stop loss, very small loss, small risk percentage. Before the market hits a stop loss, I exit and I look for another trading chances, trading opportunities, simply speaking. Anthony says, would you ever consider splitting your lot sizing in half and take 2 trades with stop loss 2 and stop loss 3? No, I don't. I usually have 2 positions, but my stop losses are usually at the same price levels. Yeah. Euro pound. Let's see. Euro pound's been ranging, I believe. Okay, Jan says, so now that you have the stop loss, how do you determine the take profit? Yeah, so let me talk about the take profit timing here. So let's assume that the market keeps bearish. Let's say the market breaks this candle trend line and continues to be bearish this way. Then when will be the exit timing? So first of all, so in this case, for myself, I put the stop loss on the second one. So let me leave the second one only for the stop loss. So yeah, 108.828 is the stop loss level. So I take this as 16 pips of stop loss. So usually I have the risk reward ratio of 1 to 3. So for example, I can go for in the risk reward ratio wise, you can take a 48 pips of stop loss, 48 pips of the take profit target. This will become 1 to 3 risk reward ratio by calculation. So you can put the target over here down below to make it 1 to 3 and risk and reward ratio. So that's one of the ideas. And also I would look at the previous lows. Let's see. Looks like this is all-time low for quite some time. Alright, so let me switch it to the 1 hour chart. Okay, looks like there is a previous low. The previous low looks to be at this level. Over here, around this area, 108.43 is the potential reversal point. There are twice of supports here from 23, 24, 4th of March this year. So this might be reversal point. So if I take the second one, I mean this is risk 1 to reward 3, and this one is almost like 1 to 2, or maybe 1 to 1.5 or so. Let's say this is 1.5. So depending on how the market goes bearish, I decide to take either this one 1.5 or number 1.3, 1 to 3 for the targets. So this is one of the ideas for the target in terms of when exactly, which price level exactly to exit. That's one thing. And another one that I would focus is the Kumo and Kijun Sen in 4-hour chart. So once again, in 4-hour chart, it's been downtrending, as you can see here. So as long as the Kumo down, Kijun Sen down, and Chikou span below the candles, the market is bearish. So you can expect the market go down bearish continuously in the long term on this 4-hour chart. But once the Kijun Sen goes flat and Kumo goes flat, that's when I look for the exit timing. So because when you see Kumo flat, Kijun Sen flat, then that means the market doesn't renew lower anymore. It doesn't make lower anymore, and it retraces backwards in lower time frames. So let's say in 5-minute chart, coming back to 5-minute chart, let's say the market goes bearish consecutively like this way, and let's say it goes backwards this way, or range. And then at some point in 4-hour chart, the Kumo goes flat and Kijun Sen goes flat, and this is when I look for the exit timing too. So I closely look at the 4-hour chart in this case, Kumo Kijun Sen, and look for the exact exit timing also. But that should be after I set the break-even line. After I move the stop loss to break-even line like this way, then I will look for the exit timing like this. So yeah, coming back to the question from Bitcoin, how long you keep your trade depending on how long the market persists its trend direction. If it persists for 1 day or 2 days, then I will keep holding on 2 days. But if it only persists like 4 hours or 1 hour, then I will just exit within 1 hour. It depends on how long the trend persists. But one thing for sure is that you have to exit if the market doesn't go towards the direction at the entry timing. So let's say the market, you expect the market to go bearish in this case. On this reversing wave, you expect the market go down. But if it doesn't happen, let's say the market initially goes bearish, but it might be supported at the previous low, and it might go bullish afterwards. It might go up and renews higher and higher this way. And then you have to exit here too. If I see this kind of market afterwards, then I will for sure exit here. So in this case, let's say place a sell here, then my risk in this case is only 6 pips. 6 pips of risk I take. So this is only like a 0.7 or up to like 0.8 loss I take. Then I just exit here. So when it comes to exit, I exit real quick. So As for exit timings or exit strategies, I take scalping strategy. But when it comes to trending follow and when it comes to run profits, I use the strategy of day to swing trade. And that's why my risk and reward ratio overall has been much greater than 1 to 2. My average is about 1 to 3 or up to 1 to 5 because I do these every time I take trades. Let's see. Decoin says, okay, when Kijun-sen higher time frame becomes flat, price start to reach back to Kijun-sen, what would you do in that time? So I look at the lower time frame in 5 and look for the exit timing before the market reaches back to the Kijun-sen. That's what I do. Yeah, so these are Bollinger Bands. Yeah, Bollinger Bands, deviation 1 and 2, and the period is 20. 20 SMA is my Bollinger Band setting. Hello Hussein, thank you for joining. Good to see you here. Number 9 says, $JPY support zone at 108.49. I think safer to have it break below it than trying to short now. 108.49. Let's see. Yeah, it's been all the way down. Yeah, like over here, where's the stop? Where the support level. But we still have a good room to take trades. Down below is 17 pips to the stop loss. Sorry, to the support level. Or maybe it can go down up to like 22 pips of target profit, and then the market might retrace. So we have enough room, and if you consider this risk 16 pips, this is about 1 to 1. This is slightly better than 1 to 1 for the risk and reward ratio. So in that sense, you can still look for the sell chance, you can still take sell until the market reaches to the previous support level, which is okay. Hello Kenley and Jan, thank you for joining. Alright, you're welcome. And Mayuri, thank you for joining. Good to see you. And Turun, thank you for joining too. Good to see you here. Alright. Yeah, thank you for subscribing from India. Great to see you here. Good to see you. Hello Hussein, thank you for joining as well. Good to see you. So Mo7 says, so you close positions partially when losing, but all positions when winning. Yeah, that's true. That's true. So usually I have 2 positions. If I find daily chart downwards and also like let's say 1 hour chart downwards, then I take 2 positions. But if I find also weekly chart to be trending, then I take 3 positions. And I exit differently among these positions. Okay, so looks like that's pretty much it for today's live stream. And I will be switching to the Ichimoku membership live in about 10 minutes. So yeah, so the topic for today was about the entry and stop loss and exit timing while trending market. So hopefully you learned some lesson today and you can apply some of my strategies this way so that you can survive in the market in the long run. Yeah, please don't be happy on one single profit or a couple of profits. And please don't discourage by a couple of losses. Your trade strategies and also your tradings should be tested over time. If you take trades 30 times and if it's break even, then that's already good. So make sure you test your strategy there is a new Forex Tester 5 just launched a couple of days ago, and I was just playing around with it. So you can backtest your strategy when it's ranging, when the market's ranging, or yeah, you can also take a good rest. That's important also. Alright, thank you everyone. So I will see you on the next one. So until I see you next time, please stay healthy and stay gold. Bye for now. Mata ne. Thank you.